It is the year 0079 of the Universal Century. A half-century has passed since Earth began moving its burgeoning population into gigantic orbiting space colonies. A new home for mankind where people are born and raised, and die. Over and over again. While the start of that is iconic as the introduction to Mobile Suit Gundam, the game we're looking at today is not as well known. Gundam 0079, The War for Earth, had released during a time where Gundam wasn't really that big in the West yet, and didn't exactly have much of a following. This game also has the distinction of being the only Gundam game developed by an American game developer, and is only available in English on PC and Mac, while the PlayStation version of the game was in Japanese but does have the voice cast from Mobile Suit Gundam reprising their roles. In Gundam 0079, The War for Earth, you play as an unnamed self-insert taking over the role of Amuro Ray, the young man who ended up piloting the RX-78-2 Gundam, and being one of the major contributors of turning the tides in the One Year War in the Earth Federation's favour. Your unnamed character lives on Side 7, a space colony which had been secretly designing mobile weapons for the Earth Federation. After the colony comes under attack by the Principality of Zeon, you end up at the hangar housing the Gundam, and after noticing the previous pilot had died, you fulfill your duty to piloting the Gundam to fight back. The game acts as more of an interactive movie where you press buttons in order to move, use weapons, defend or interact to progress the story, with wrong button presses and choices being fatal for you, as well as the Earth Federation's chances of winning the war. The game also does have a couple of shooting sections, so it's not all just interactive movie-like. But let's not beat around the bush here. The game is very camp given the sort of material out about Gundam today, and the limited information available to the West at the time. And this game is a very special case. But is it any good? Find out in The Good. I'll give the game credit where it's due. I found it entertaining. This game came out at a time when Gundam wasn't really too well known, so a few terms are different to what we know today due to the only official pronunciations and terms available in English coming from the translated Gundam novels in 1990. As a result of this, you have Shah Aznable being pronounced as Shah Aznable, the Principality of Zeon being known as the Duchy of Jean, and the Zaku mobile suits being known as the Zak. Looking back at it now and how Shah looks in this game, it's actually pretty funny, and I've provided some examples of just how camp and amusing this game can be.
The white one just activated.
Pull back and retreat. I'm almost at your position. We'll engage the mobile suit together.
No, don't worry, it doesn't look armed.
Go to Garma! Want a heavy attack from White Base!
Turn this ship around now and bear all guns on White Base!
Garma, don't you know when you're finished?
Shar, what have you done? White Base is here, not at Nevada Base. We're under attack!
I have dreamed of avenging an injustice. Your father killed to become the ruler of the Duchy of Jean. He murdered the man who brought freedom to Side 3.
Hey, you guys! I'm almost in the hangar. You don't want to leave without me, do you?
Whoa, what in the blazes was that? Did somebody just take a shot at me? Hey, wait, I just saw a red flash. What? Whoa, hey! White Base, Kai, Gundam, I'm under attack!
Duke, no! Let's charge mobile suit!
Aside from that, there really isn't much else I can say here, so let's get things out of the way with the bad. I hinted to this at the start of the review, and it is an understatement when I say that you're going to die in this game a lot. And most choices you get, you usually have about a 1 in 10 chance of picking the right choice. 4 for each direction that you can move in, 1 for attacking with several different choices of weapons, 1 for defending, and 1 for interacting. Pick the wrong direction, weapon, or prompt, and you'll be seeing a game over screen. So save and save often, as this is a major frustration, and for the most part, despite being one of the Earth Federation's secret weapons, the Gundam is very fragile. The game also only covers a small portion of Mobile Suit Gundam, and while it does feature important characters like Bright Noah, Kai Shiden, Shah Aznable, and Garma Zabi, the game also briefs over the Gundam's encounter with a goof, though no mention of its pilot Ramba Ral, as well as the fact that this encounter was supposed to have happened after the Gundam and White Base leave America. For some reason the goof is painted silver, and aside from the trial and error, you're able to beat it without too much trouble. The game ends with Gundam and White Base moving on to take part in Operation Odessa, which is fine because after saving and loading for a good couple of hours, I really didn't want to handle any more. Though now I'm really curious about how they would have handled the rest of the war. At least once you beat the game, you can watch it as a movie where you didn't make any mistakes. That's all I really have to talk about here, so let's wrap things up with the opinion. Gundam 0079, The War for Earth, isn't entirely a bad game, but it does rely on a lot of trial and error to get through it. It took me a couple of hours to beat the game, so it was good to fill in some time. Compared to what we know about Gundam today, the game has aged horribly and is seen more for laughs than anything. Though if you enjoy Gundam and you're familiar with Universal Century Gundam, it wouldn't hurt to give this game a look. If you intend to play this game, I'd recommend allocating some resources for a virtual machine to run it, as you'll get stuck on trying to move the Gundam out of the hangar in DOSBox. Nonetheless, it's time for my rating. I would give Gundam 0079, The War for Earth, an actual goof out of 10. Because this is no Zaku, boy. No Zaku. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next Infinite Backlog review. If you enjoyed today's review, feel free to check out some of our other videos and subscribe for more. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram and our Facebook page. Once again, thank you for watching.